Good evening, students. Today we will start a new chapter, that is electricity. It is a very important chapter and a very interesting chapter. So we will cover the first session of this chapter, and you will get the next session as per your requirements. So before going into details in this chapter, electricity, first we should know that why electric current flows or why electricity flows. Why electricity flows or why electric current flows. The main reason is to flow electricity or flow electric current is available of free electrons. Is the available of free electrons. Suppose this is a conductor. Suppose this is a conductor and you have applied electricity or you have applied current through a battery or through some electric source, and you will feel the electricity from this part. That means the electricity is flowing through this conductor and it goes like this. Now, as it is a conductor, it can flow electricity because it has available free electrons or available charges. Because available free electrons or charges are the carrier of electricity. They are called carrier of electricity because they carry charges. They carry charges or they carry electricity. Clear? So electricity is mainly, or electricity flows mainly due to the available of free electrons. Now this conductor has so many free electrons or so many free charges, so that the electricity is carried out by these charges or these electrons from point A to point B. Clear? So it flows mainly due to the available of free electrons or charge particles. Charge particle means positive charge and negative charge. That means cation and anion. Clear? So electricity basically flows due to the available of free electrons or charges. Electricity flows due to the available of free electrons or charges. Clear? Now what is charge? Now we will know what is charge actually. What is charge? What is charge? Electric charges are the amount of charges flowing in a conductor. It is nothing but it is the amount of charge that is flowing in a conductor. Conductor means that can carry electricity. Conductor means that can carry electricity. In conductor, electricity can easily pass. So conductor means that can carry electricity. Clear? So electric charge or simply charge are the amount of charges flowing in a conductor. So electric charges are the amount of charges flowing in a conductor. Clear? Now there are two main important things. One is your conductor and one is your insulator. Conductor means that can carry electricity. That means electricity is passed through this material. That is conductor. And the second one is your insulator. Insulator are the materials that cannot pass electricity. Insulator are the materials that cannot pass electricity. That means in insulator, free electrons or charges is not available. In insulator, free electrons or charges is not available because electricity flows due to the available of free electrons. So insulator, those free electrons or charges are not available. That's why electricity cannot flow or current cannot flow through insulator. But conductor, it can flow electricity. Clear? So this is the charge. Next, charges are of two types. Charges are basically of two types. One is your like charges and other one is your unlike charges. Like charges means if both the charges are of same sign. If both the charges are of same sign, that is both are plus or both are minus. So they will be your like charges. They are your like charges. Like charges. Both the charges are plus or both the charges are minus. That means positive positive negative negative. That means cation cation and anion anion, because positive ions are known as cation and negative ions are known as anion. So positive positive or negative negative, that means cation cation or anion anion. They are called like charges, and like charges always repel each other. Like charges always repel each other. That means if two same charges or two like charges you will put together or put very close together, they will repel each other. Clear? So they will repel each other. So these are like charges. Next one type, this is the one type. Next type is your unlike charges. Unlike charges means if one charge is plus, then the other charge should minus. That means if one is your positive ion or cation, then the other ion should be anion or negative ion. So these are your unlike charges. That means plus minus, or you can say minus plus. Both are same. These are your unlike charges. These are your unlike charges. And what is the property of unlike charge? The property of unlike charge is they will attract each other. They will attract each other. That means if you put two unlike charges very close to each other, they will attract each other. They will attract each other. So these are like charges and these are unlike charges. Clear? Next, what is the equation of charge? Equation of charge. Clear? Equation. What is the equation? What is the equation? Suppose Q is the amount of charge that is flowing through a conductor. Suppose there is a conductor. This is a conductor. Clear? This is a conductor, and in conductor Q amount of charge is flowing. Q amount of charge, this is the amount of charge. Amount of charge is represented through Q. The amount of charge, it is represented by Q, capital Q. Suppose in a conductor, Q amount of charge is flowing through a conductor and N is the number of electrons. Because if electricity is flowing through a conductor, that means there are available of free electrons. There must be available of free electrons. That's why electricity is flowing through the conductor, or current or charge is flowing through a conductor. So if Q amount of charge is flowing through any conductor and N is the number of electrons present in that conductor and E is the charge of one electron, so amount of charge Q will be equals to NE. This is the equation of charge. I am repeating again, listen carefully. If any conductor, Q is the amount of charge flowing through any conductor, N is the number of electrons in that conductor, and E is the charge on one electron. So that the equation of charge becomes Q equals to N. That is, Q is the amount of charge, N is your number of electrons, and E is the charge present on one electron. Clear? So this is the equation of charge. Now its unit. What is the unit of charge? The unit of charge is Q equals to NE. Clear? So unit of charge will be your coulomb. It is represented by capital C. This is the SI unit of charge. That is Q. SI unit of charge or SI unit of Q is coulomb. It is represented by capital C. Clear? Next. Next is your electric current. Next is your electric current. Next is your electric current. It is represented by capital I. Clear? So what is electric current? Electric current is nothing but the rate of flow of electric charges. Electric current is nothing but it is the rate of flow of electric charges. That means how electric charges are flowing. In what speed the electric charges are flowing. Is it flowing through rapidly or is it flowing slowly? That is the rate of flow. Rate of flow of electric charges. That is called your electric current. So electric current is the rate of flow of electric charges, rate of flow of electric charges. Clear? So that means the formula or equation of electric current. What is the equation? So we have one equation, that is Q equals to NE. This is the one formula or one equation of charge. Clear? This is the number one formula we got of charge, that is Q equals to NE. So we will have the second formula, that is of electric current. So electric current is the rate of flow. Rate of flow means, so we can write that electric current, as the electric current is rate of flow, that means electric current will be your charge divided by time. That is rate of flow means here time will come, because the rate of flow means at what speed the free electrons are flowing, or at what speed the free electrons carry charges. That means time will come. So electric current equals to charge by time. Electric current will be equals to charge by time. Now electric current is represented by I, so put I here, and charge is represented by Q, and time is represented by T. So this is the formula of electric current, that is I equals to Q by T. So this is the second formula we have got, that is I equals to Q by T. Clear? Next, we know Q equals to NE in the first formula, that is Q equals to NE. So just put the value of Q over here, that is Q equals to NE. So we can replace the value of Q, because Q equals to N is the first equation, that is I equals to NE by T. So this is the third formula, that is I equals to NE by T. So we have got our third formula, that is I equals to NE by T. Clear? So this is the expression or equation of electric current. Clear? Now what is the unit of electric current? What is the unit? What is the unit of electric current? Now the formula is I equals to Q by T. Electric current I equals to Q by T. Now we know that the unit of Q, that is the unit of charge, is Coulomb. I told you previously that the unit of charge or unit of Q is Coulomb. So put Coulomb over here, and unit of time is second. Clear? So unit of I will be Coulomb per second. Unit of I will be your Coulomb per second, or it is termed as ampere. It is termed as ampere. Clear? So unit of electric current will be your ampere, or you can write Coulomb per second. Coulomb per second is your actually ampere. Coulomb per second is actually your ampere. So if question is asked, that is tell me the unit of electric current, your answer will be ampere, or you can write Coulomb per second. Coulomb per second is actually your ampere. Clear? So this is the SI unit actually. This is the SI unit of electric current. Now a device that is used to measure electric current. If question is asked, name a device which is used to measure electric current. So to measure electric current, a device used, that is ammeter. The device used, ammeter. It is the device by which electric current in any circuit or any conductor can be measured. Ammeter is the device by which electric current can be measured. Clear? So this is all about your electric current. Now just write down one numericals. So we have got three formulas, and based on the formulas I am giving you a numerical, and this type of numerical can be asked in question. So the numerical is a device this is a device needs 4 ampere. 4A means ampere. Clear? A device needs 4 ampere of current. A device needs 4 ampere of current to operate. If that device was operated for 10 seconds, find the amount of charge find the amount of charge transferred. So this is the question, very easy. Just read the question. A device needs 4 ampere of current to operate. If that device was operated for 10 seconds, find the amount of charge transferred. That means 4 ampere means it is the current. So current is represented by I. So just write down I given as your 4 ampere and it is operated for 10 seconds. That means time is given as 10 seconds. 10 seconds. And we have to find out the amount of charge. Amount of charge means Q. So by using I and T, we have to find out the amount of charge, that is Q. So we know the formula of electric current, that is I equals to Q by T. So just put the values and get the value of Q. So I is your 4 ampere, so that is 4. Q, we do not know the value of Q. T is your 10 seconds. Therefore, Q is your 4 into 10, 40. That is, Q is 40 coulomb. Amount of charge is 40 coulomb because unit of charge is coulomb. That means Q will be your 40 coulomb. So you will write, therefore, you will write amount of charge equals to 40 coulomb. Just write it down here, amount of charge equals to 40 coulomb. This is your answer. Clear? So very simple, very easy question. It can be asked, this type of question can be asked in your exam. So just to ensure that you have know all the formulas, just to ensure the fact that you know all the formulas. So this type of question can be asked in your exam. Next, the next topic is your potential difference. Next is your potential difference. Very important. Potential difference, or it can be represented as PD. PD means potential difference. Clear? So what is potential difference? Now just know the fact that electric charges flows because of this potential difference. Potential difference is the main reason to flow electric charges. If there is no potential difference, no electric charge will flow. Potential difference is the reason to flow electric charges in a circuit. Clear? Now what is potential difference or PD? Suppose there are 2 points. One point is A and the another point is B. There are 2 points, one point is A and one point is B. Suppose you want to take charges from, this is the charge, suppose this is charge, amount of charge, and you want to carry charges from B point to A point. There are 2 points A and B and you want to carry charges, some charges from B point to A. And note that these charges are unit charges. Clear? These charges are unit charges. So you want to carry a unit charge from B point to A point. So what will you need to do? You will need to spend some energy, or you need to do some work. You need to do some work to carry a unit charge from B point to A point. So the work done to carry unit charge from B point to A point is your potential difference. Clear? To carry unit charge from B point to A point is the potential difference. So it is nothing but a work done to carry charges, and the charge should be unit charge. That is the definition of potential difference, because you need to spend energy, or you need to work to carry charges from B point to A point. Clear? And the work done is your potential difference. But remember one thing, the charge you are carrying, that should be unit charge. Clear? So the definition is work done to move or to carry unit charges or unit charge from one point to another. So potential difference is the work done to move unit charge from one point to another. This is the potential difference, or simply PD. Clear? And this is the reason due to which electric charges flow. This is the main reason due to which electric charges can flow. Suppose there is a circuit. This is the circuit, suppose, and this is the battery, Clear? This is the circuit, this is the battery, this is your battery, that is source of current, and the current is flowing through this direction. Clear? So always remember, current always flow, or charge always flow from high potential to low potential. Charges always flow from high potential to low potential. That means the charge is flowing through this direction, that means this is the charge at high potential, this is the point, that is charge at high potential. Clear? And this is the charge at low potential. Always remember, charge always flows from high potential to low potential. So this is the charge, this point, the charge is flowing through this direction. That means here the charge is at your high potential, and here is the charge is at a low potential. That means between these point, that is, suppose if this is a point A and this is the point B, so these 2 points having a potential difference, because the potential in these 2 points are not same. There are potential difference, because this point is of high potential, this B point have low potential. That means there is some potential difference, and this is the reason, the potential difference is the reason to flow the charge, due to which the charge is flowing through this circuit. If the two potential, if in the 2 point, that is A and B, if there is same potential, the charge will not flow. So there must be potential difference to flow charges in any circuit. Clear? Next equation. What is the equation of potential difference? Potential difference is represented by V. Always remember, potential difference always represented by capital V. So formula of potential difference is, or you can write PD short form, and it is represented by V. So formula of potential difference is work done by charge, because you are doing work to carry charge or to move charge from one point to another. So potential difference V's formula is work done by charge. So therefore V equals to work done is represented by W, charge is represented by Q. So formula of potential difference V equals to W by Q. Clear? So this is the formula. Next, unit. What is the unit of potential difference? So find out. V equals to W by Q, the work done. So work done unit is joule. You know the work done unit is joule, and Q is the charge. So unit of charge is your coulomb. So unit will be your joule per coulomb, or you can write as joule coulomb inverse. So this is the unit of potential difference, and this joule per coulomb or joule coulomb inverse is known as volt. This is also known as volt. That means the unit of potential difference is actually volt, or you can say joule per coulomb, or you can say joule coulomb inverse. These three are same. Clear? This is actually volt, and volt is also represented by capital V. Clear? So unit of potential difference is joule per coulomb, or joule coulomb inverse, or volt. Clear? Next, so we have all total 4 formulas. Q equals to NE, I equals to Q by T, I equals to NE by T, and V equals to W by Q. So we have got all 4 formulas. Clear? So write a numerical based on this formula. So question is, to move 10 coulomb of charge, from one point to the other point, to move 10 coulomb of charge from one point to the other point, 30 joule of work needs to be done. 30 joule of work needs to be done. Find the potential difference of the 2 points. Find the potential difference, that is PD, of the 2 points. So the question says to move 10 coulomb of charge from one point to the other point, 30 joule of work needs to be done. Find the potential difference of the 2 points. Clear? So given 10 coulomb of charge, that means Q is given. Q equal to 10 coulomb because charge is represented by Q, and 30 joule of work needs to be done. So work is represented by W, that is 30 joule. So we have to find out the potential difference. That means we have to find out V, because V is the potential difference. So the formula of V is W by Q. So put the values. W is your 30 joule, that is 30. Q is your 10 coulomb, so that will be 0 0 will cancel, that means 3. And the unit of V is, that is unit of potential difference is volt. So 3V, that means 3 volt. So you will write answer that the potential difference of the 2 point is your 3 volt. This is the answer. Clear? So these small type questions, small numericals can be asked based on the formula. Clear? Next. Electric circuit. Next, electric circuit. How electric circuit looks like? Clear? You have to know how electric circuit looks like, because in electric circuit there is a battery, there is a switch, there is a bulb. Clear? There is a resistance. Clear? So all these part comprises of a electric circuit. So many times question is asked that write a diagram or draw a diagram of electric circuit. Draw a diagram of electric circuit. You will be given a resistance, you will be given a switch, you will be given a battery, and you will be given sometimes ammeter, or sometimes ammeter is not given also. So you will need to draw a diagram of electric circuit. Clear? So just you will have to know how to draw electric circuit, or how electric circuit looks like. Now what is electric circuit? So before drawing diagram of electric circuit, we should know what is electric circuit. Electric circuit is a closed path in which current flows. A basic definition, that electric circuit is a closed path in which current flows. So it is a closed path in which electric current, or simply current, flows. It is a closed path in which current flows. Clear? So the diagram will be like this. Clear? This is the battery, this is plus, this is minus, because there should be a potential difference in any circuit so that the current can flow. Clear? So one will be your plus sign, that is positive part, and one is your negative part. This is actually the battery. Clear? So this is the battery. Clear? And this is your bulb. This is your bulb. Clear? And this is actually your switch. This is actually your switch. So this is a circuit diagram with symbol. This is your circuit diagram with symbol. The battery, symbol of battery is this, the symbol of bulb is this, and the symbol of switch is this. So this is a circuit diagram. Circuit diagram with symbols. Now if we want to draw circuit diagram with actual instrument, this is the circuit diagram with symbol. Now the symbol of bulb is this, the symbol of switch is this, and the symbol of battery is this. This is the circuit diagram with symbol. If the question is asked that draw a electric circuit diagram, you will draw this diagram. Clear? Now how the circuit diagram actually looks like, that means how a circuit diagram actually looks like, how the bulb actually looks like, how the battery actually looks like. So if the actual diagram is this, just this is your battery, suppose this is the battery, this is the battery part, this is your positive end, and this is your negative end. So your circuit diagram will look like this. Suppose there is a bulb attached in the circuit. This is the filament, consider it as a filament. Also it looks like a tree, I guess. So just consider it as a bulb. I am very poor in drawing, so please consider it as bulb. And the circuit will looks like this. There is a switch and the circuit is complete. Clear? Always remember, current flows from positive part to negative part. Current always flows from positive end towards negative end. That means this is the positive part, so current will flow like this, from positive end to negative end. Current will flow like this. Clear? Current will flow like this. So this is the circuit diagram with actual instrument. This is a circuit diagram with actual instrument. Clear? If the question is asked that draw electric circuit diagram, you will draw this, not this. Clear? You will draw this diagram. So that's all for today. The remaining topics will be discussed in your next session. Clear? So that's all for today. Thank you.